Number 1. Bid farewell to debt. It can be like a heavy anchor weighing you down, making it nearly impossible to stay afloat financially. The problem arises when we continuously acquire new loans, gradually adjusting to the increasing financial burden. Before you know it, a significant portion of your income is going towards paying off debts, leaving you with little wiggle room for other expenses or savings. Now, I'm not saying you should never take out a loan, but it's crucial to be mindful of how quickly debt can accumulate and become unmanageable. Trust me, I've been there, done that, and learned my lesson the hard way. The key is to avoid unnecessary debt and prioritize paying off existing debts as quickly as possible. It might mean making some sacrifices in the short term, but the freedom and peace of mind you'll experience by being debt-free is worth it. Number 2. Embrace the art of mindful spending. All right, let's talk about unnecessary purchases. We've all been there. That shiny new gadget or designer handbag catches our eye, and before we know it, we've whipped out our wallets without a second thought. But here's the thing, while those splurges might give us a temporary thrill, they can seriously undermine our financial goals and leave us feeling guilty and stretched thin. The solution is mindful spending. It might sound like a buzzword, but trust me, it's a game changer. Before making any purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this? If the answer is no, put it back on the shelf and walk away. It's as simple as that. By embracing mindful spending, you'll not only save money, but also cultivate a greater sense of appreciation for the things you truly value. Number 3. Become a spending detective. Do you ever find yourself scratching your head at the end of the month, wondering where all your money went? If so, you're not alone. It's a common struggle, but fear not, because we've got a solution: tracking your spending. Now, I know what you're thinking, but that sounds like a lot of work. And you're right, it does require some effort, but trust me, it's worth it. By meticulously tracking your expenses, you'll gain invaluable insights into your spending habits and identify areas where you can cut back. Here's a pro tip. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to make the process easier. Start by listing out your fixed monthly expenses, like rent or mortgage, utilities, and insurance. Then, track your variable expenses, such as dining out, entertainment, and those impulse purchases that always seem to sneak in. At the end of the month, review your expenses and compare them to your income. You might be surprised at how much those little expenses add up and where you can tighten your belt. Number 4. Embrace your inner chef. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite topics: food. Who doesn't love a delicious meal? But as much as we all enjoy dining out, it can quickly become a budget buster. That's why I'm a firm believer in embracing your inner chef and cooking at home. Not only is it significantly more cost-effective than eating out, but it also allows you to have complete control over the ingredients and portion sizes. Trust me, once you start whipping up your own culinary creations, you'll be amazed at how much money you can save and how much tastier and healthier your meals become. But wait, there's more. Cooking at home can also be a fun and rewarding hobby. Imagine the satisfaction of serving up a delicious meal that you've lovingly prepared from scratch. It's a sense of accomplishment that no restaurant can match. And let's not forget about the social aspect. Instead of meeting friends at an expensive restaurant, why not host a potluck dinner party? Not only will you save money, but you'll also create cherished memories and strengthen your bonds with loved ones. Number 5. Discover the joy of frugal fun. All right, let's address a common misconception. Living on a low income doesn't mean sacrificing all fun and enjoyment. In fact, some of the best things in life are completely free or incredibly low cost. Think about it. A picnic in the park, a hike in a nearby nature reserve, or even a game night with friends. These simple pleasures not only won't break the bank, but they can also create lasting memories and foster deeper connections. But that's not all. Getting creative with low-cost activities can also be a fantastic way to explore new hobbies and interests. Have you ever considered taking up photography? With just a decent camera or even your smartphone, you can capture stunning images without spending a dime. Or what about trying your hand at painting or drawing? All you need is a sketch pad and some pencils, and you've got yourself a new creative outlet. Number 6. Rethink your transportation. Let's talk about transportation, shall we? For many of us, it's one of our biggest expenses, especially if we own a car. Between fuel, maintenance, and insurance costs, it can quickly become a financial burden. But what if I told you there's a way to significantly reduce those transportation costs? It's time to get creative and explore alternative modes of transportation. Now, I'm not suggesting you ditch your car entirely unless that's something you're comfortable with. But what about walking or biking for shorter distances? Not only will you save money on gas and maintenance, but you'll also get some exercise and fresh air, a win-win situation. If walking or biking isn't an option, consider public transportation. Sure, it might take a little more planning and effort, but the savings can be substantial. And who knows, you might even discover a newfound appreciation for the world around you as you explore your city or town from a different perspective. Number 7, embrace the art of house hacking. All right, my friends, we've saved the best for last. Brace yourselves, because this tip has the potential to completely transform your financial situation, living for free or close to it, through the art of house hacking. Now, I know what you're thinking, living for free. That sounds too good to be true. But trust me, it's not only possible, but also remarkably practical. The concept is simple. Find a way to have someone else pay your rent or mortgage. This could mean renting out a spare room, converting your basement or attic into a separate living space, or even purchasing a multifamily property and renting out the extra units. Let's break it down with an example. Let's say your monthly rent or mortgage payment is $1,000. By renting out a spare room for $500 or a basement apartment for $800, you effectively cut your housing costs in half or even eliminated them entirely. That's a game changer. But it doesn't stop there. House hacking isn't just about saving money, it's also an incredible opportunity to build wealth. Imagine using that extra income to pay off debts, invest in your future, or even save for a down payment on a larger property. The possibilities are endless. And there you have it, 7 incredible tips to help you live an abundant life on a crazy low income. Now, I know some of these suggestions might seem daunting at first, but trust me, once you start implementing them, you'll be amazed at how quickly your financial situation can transform. So, what are you waiting for? Start putting these tips into action today, and be sure to let me know in the comments section how they've impacted your journey. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to my channel for more money-saving tips and tricks.